Ciao Bellezza! Today I just want to show you how to make a really quick sauce when you don't have time to make the full-on sauce that takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to make. This is going to be great with any kind of pasta. I prefer homemade pasta. So we're going to make this quick sauce with this and cook it with this homemade pasta. So let's begin. What I've done is I put about 2 tablespoons of oil in a medium-high skillet, and we're going to saute onions. We're going to have onions, garlic, and then I'm going to put tomatoes, lastly spinach with a bit of pecorino romano, okay? And some wonderful basil from the garden. Let's begin. So first things first, make sure that your oil is hot. Put in your onions. Let that saute for a little bit at medium, maybe medium high. While that's happening, you see your water is boiling. Put in a lot of salt, especially if you're making homemade pasta, because it's going to need it. So while this is sauteing, I'm going to also add some minced garlic. Let's get it all in there. Okay. Switch that around. And it doesn't have to be completely translucent, but you can start adding your tomatoes. Now you can use cherry tomatoes, whatever tomatoes are lying around the house, but I like cherry because they're the sweetest. And I think they taste the nicest. And just let this saute. It's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes, and that's okay. We'll put some sea salt. Put a little bit of sea salt. Now I like to put fresh black pepper. I love to crunch it myself. Ooh, I may put a little too many. Put those back in. And I do this because the smell, oh, when you crack it yourself, the aromas are incredible. So strong. And you know, sometimes I like my pepper just cracked. Doesn't have to be powdery, but for this one I'll do a little powdery because I know some people prefer that way. All right, perfect. Look at that. So sprinkle that on. Awesome. We'll come back to check in about 5 minutes and see where we're at. Now it's been cooking for a few minutes here, and look, you can see how the tomatoes are breaking down. That's exactly what you want. This is exactly the consistency you want. And what I do is sometimes I'll put a cup of wine. So I'm going to do that right now. Just put about a cup of wine, let that simmer down. And as that's simmering down, I will also add some of the spinach. It's about 2 cups of spinach. You know, spinach kind of shrinks down quite a bit. So even though it seems like it's a lot right now, as soon as it starts cooking down, you're going to see it's just enough to give it the color that it needs. And while we are letting this happen, it's time to put our pasta in. How convenient, I can just go like this. Very nice. We'll let this cook. While that's doing its thing, cook it for about a minute or two. Put this back on. And you see how this is starting to really cook down the spinach. Looks awesome. Now, you don't have to put white wine. You can use the pasta water if you want to. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some pecorino romano cheese in the sauce. Look at all these flavors. Oh, wish you could smell this. It just smells amazing. We want the pasta al dente because it's going to continue its cooking inside the sauce. So let's put that all in there. So what we're going to do is just stir everything together. And with the pecorino romano, super, super creamy. So I'm going to put the remainder in. Whoops. Put the remainder of the pecorino romano and stir it in. Oh, if you could just smell this. Amazing. Simply amazing. Let's try this. I'm going to get a plate. Just beautiful. Sprinkle a little love. And let's see if it came out great. All right, let's try it out. Let me get some of this yummy goodness in it. Yes, and this is what you do when you're in a hurry. You don't have time to make the proper sauce with the tomatoes, which I'm going to show you how to do too, but this works just as well. I hope you enjoy. Buon appetito, bellissima. Alla prossima. Ciao.